Welcome back to the podcast, High Risk for Heartbreak. I am your host, Christina, and I'm so glad you decided to join me today. For those of you who are new here, I pray you find value in at least one thing I say today. And to my old and faithful returning crew, you know just how much I appreciate you. Cuffing season. It's here. People are booed up, paired off, and here you are, girl, all alone. Now, what are we going to do about that? Addressing feeling left out when everyone around you is booed up is something that we probably should do. So let's talk about it. My entire family unit, immediate family, is married. Multiple friends of mine are married. And some small few aren't, but I have had to address my heart about this for many holidays of my life, so I do consider myself a bit of a professional in this area. Being single on the holidays while everyone is sending family holiday cards can cause you to want to isolate, maybe even hibernate until the season is over. And honestly, I don't blame you. I would do the same. For those of you who haven't reached this place of contentment in your singleness season, this type of thing can be very triggering, to say the least. And I don't think that you should feel bad about that at all. Should you feel happy for those around you who have the things that you long for, like the family and the home and the children and the husband or wife? Yes, absolutely. Do you always feel that way? No, absolutely. And that is real. I think it is something that we can accept. And that is that sometimes we experience envy, and not because we want others to lack what they have, but rather we want to have what they have also, but for us, okay? In our own way. Those feelings of envy are displays of longing, and they are displays of discontent in what we do have. They're also displays of inspiration. They're also displays of a knowing, right? Maybe if God has told you that you will have a family someday, you will have children someday, you will have that job or those friends someday. Sometimes it's confirmation that we're waiting to see come make itself manifest or come to fruition in our lives. Being the lone partridge around the holiday season, though, is no less hard even with all that. It's actually very exposing, and it's very revelatory of how you genuinely feel about yourself, your situation, and everyone else's selves and situations. And I think it can bring about really true feelings that we are able to kind of easily mask throughout the year when we're busy with our vacations and our careers and our work is consuming us, and we can kind of just force those feelings off. But there's something about the holiday season specifically because it is this assumed joy that we have around the world. Even though people are experiencing grief during this time, we have this assumed joy, this veil of joy that just comes over, and somehow we are all joyous. I don't know what that's about, but I love it. I'm not going to lie to you. I think it's very oxymoronic, though, that we are not alone in feeling alone. Sometimes during these seasons, we can feel alone because we're alone. And we're not alone in those feelings. In fact, there are people who have people all around them, and they still deal with feeling alone. They are the lone partridge in the pear tree. Feelings of discontent, feelings of envy, of sadness, of grief, of loneliness absolutely come about during this holiday season for many reasons. And I think one of the best things that we can do about it is celebrate that we are here to even experience that. This is a hard truth. Most of the time, we want to only experience the good feelings. We want to only be on this spectrum of emotion. We do not want to be over here. And we almost don't acknowledge this as a necessary part of life and also a part that makes us whole human beings. There are times when I wake up during the holiday season and I reflect on another holiday season passing as the single, childless sister, daughter, friend, coworker, and all of those feelings of discontent can kind of wash over me. So I acknowledge them. Right? Here I am existing in here in this bliss all the year long. And then holiday season comes and something shifts. It's like, but there's this veil, and how come I'm not experiencing the same joy others are? But what do I do when I get over here on this side? I acknowledge them. I question what it is that I feel, right? Like, what am I feeling right now? Or why am I feeling this right now? Identifying what you're feeling. I'm feeling jealous, or I'm feeling envious, or I'm feeling sad, or I'm feeling pain. I'm feeling, regret. I'm feeling contempt. Address the feeling, and then also address what you think you're missing out on, right? Address what those feelings are attached to. I'm feeling grief because, this person has their aunt still in their lives, but my favorite aunt has gone on to be with the Lord. And I don't know how to address these feelings. How is it that they can still have theirs, and whatever, right? Address what those feelings, the negative feelings, are attached to. And then answer the question with the things out of abundance that you do have. All those questions that you've asked yourself. Why am I feeling this way? What is it attached to? Then address that with what God told you about you. Address that with the abundance of what you do have around you. It's so easy to look at the deficit. It's so easy to look at subtraction and try to take away from the life that you do have. But one of the most beautiful things that we can do is look at the abundance that literally is existing with us in front of us. Many of us would not be where we are without the abundance that God has provided for us through relationships that we have. And perhaps they're not romantic relationships, not romantic love and affection. And, maybe it's friendly love and affection, and you haven't gotten to that romantic space where you found your partner, right? Perhaps you don't have children running around screaming on Christmas morning. Rather, you have families that you are able to go out and serve at the food drive. Okay, you're able-bodied to be able to go and serve and watch other people experience joy. One of the best things that you can do for yourself during this solo season, especially during the holidays, is gift yourself joy, just like everyone else. And that means that you have to create contentment in the abundance of what God has already gifted you. Surrender to the things that He has already gifted you. When I look around my apartment, I've been in this apartment for 3 years. How did I get here? I remember being in here and the walls were bare and it was echoey and I had nothing. I left everything. I had to start over completely. And now I look at the abundance, and I don't just mean physical things, but also the people that have traversed over here who have come and stayed at my place, the friends that I've acquired in that time frame of 3 years where I felt like I lost everything, even some relationships. And God has entered new people into the chat that come in and provide abundance. Maybe you're not getting the 5 golden rings, right? But it's recognizing how important you are in the singularity and the value that you actually add to the rooms that you are walking into this holiday season. You are not without value because you don't have additions. You don't have those things that maybe you're feeling envious of not having. You are not without value. You actually have intrinsic value just in being you by yourself. You came here by yourself unless you're a twin, triplet, or quadruplet, and on so on. And you will leave by yourself. So you have to find contentment and joy in knowing that God created you to be enough in yourself. A number of us are the partridge in the pear tree. And we aren't alone in that. The quality of our life is definitely contingent upon the joy that we allow ourselves to have. And that is a gift that you don't have to wait for the holidays to have. You cultivate that every day. You cultivate that every moment that you can get. Because life is a gift, and you can either spend it wanting more, wanting, or appreciating the abundance of what you do have. Experience the gift of contentment in your singularity so that when others do come along, you won't require those things to complete you. You won't require those people to complete you. Rather, they will be additions to the joy that you already have. Love yourself first so you can then go and love your neighbor. I'll see you tomorrow.